More than a dozen Hillsborough County convenience store owners and merchants are in jail accused of selling synthetic marijuana and other harmful drugs. The bust was simultaneously conducted by deputies and detectives at 7 different locations. We want to bring in Fox 13's Jennifer Veglas live at our newsroom tonight. And Jennifer, these drugs pack a harmful punch, don't they?
Yeah, Lloyd, that synthetic marijuana is also known as spice and could land you in the ER. Today, I visited all 7 locations accused of selling those drugs, and they're for the most part in the university area. And things were quiet. A trip to the gas station or convenience store used to mean picking up lottery tickets, tobacco products.
When I was a little kid, I would go to a store, get a little pieces of candy, maybe some gum.
But in a month-long investigation by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, leading to simultaneous busts, with 14 arrested on Thursday, detectives uncovered what's behind the counters at these 7 convenience stores is much more dangerous.
The idea that you're going there and getting Schedule 1 or illegal drugs is so scary.
Illegal drugs like THC, mushrooms, sativa resin, and synthetic marijuana, also known as K2 or spice, a drug that may look like normal marijuana.
It's not a marijuana plant, yet the chemical hits the same receptors in the brain that the marijuana plant does. Yet it's so much more powerful.
Experts say it's up to 100 times more powerful. Dr. Stephen Goldberg, Chief Medical Officer at Health Track RX, says less than 1% of marijuana users turn to it.
It triggers not only euphoria or giddiness, but it can also cause psychosis.
Okay, so there was a bust on 7 different convenience stores. They were selling what people call spice, K2. It's a synthetic marijuana, so that means it doesn't come from a marijuana tree and or marijuana plant, however you want to call it. As well as other drugs, like they had THC gummies, cocaine. They had several different drugs, and I'm going to go back and kind of dive deeper into this, but it's very dangerous, especially if it's something that cannot be grown from an actual seed and harvested, go through that whole process. So it's synthetic, and you guys don't need to be smoking that type of stuff. I quit smoking marijuana like months ago, and I felt so much better without having my brain cloudy and just getting out of that whole getting high type of thing. But I don't have anything against it, man. If you light up and enjoy yourself, but make sure you do it in moderation. Make sure it doesn't take control of you. Make sure it doesn't take control of your life. That's one piece of advice I can give as far as that. But other than that, people are going to definitely do what they want to do, and people are definitely going to look to enjoy themselves. But this right here is very dangerous, and as you can see, let me bring the video back up here. As you can see, it said these were Exxons, Citgos, Quick Marts. They're in a lot of different neighborhoods, and these locations were actually within a very close area of each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if somehow they were connected, maybe 2 or 3 stores or so. But several, we see these locations everywhere, especially in the hood. And one thing is interesting is do you see like the individuals who have been arrested for this? You can see these individuals, and all they pretty much run these type of stores. Have one that's like literally right across the street. Um, and they have certain things that are displayed and stuff like that. So you know, I shouldn't have to say too much. Um, but like I was saying, one thing that comes to mind is especially for black people, of course, white people like to smoke marijuana as well. Going back to like the hippie era and all this and that. But black people definitely like to smoke weed. They definitely like to get high and things like that. So I only can speak from, my experience and stuff that I see through my own lens. And it's interesting that we don't own, convenience stores or corner stores, or we don't own gas stations and stuff like that. Um, and if we do, it's going to be a very, very small percentage. We're more so the main customers. We're more so the people that often come in and often spend our money at these places. And I always wonder to myself, why this isn't, if we love it so much, if we like this so much, why we aren't, the type of people to come and open these type of establishments as well. Um, but like I said, can't really judge a book by its cover, this and that, the third. But these are the usual employees or the usual people who will own these establishments. Especially here in North Carolina, like going to any tobacco store, any tobacco and vape store. And you're gonna see individuals who favor these guys who have all been locked up for this particular situation. And uh, you know, I'm sure they're very smart and educated, and they know where to put these stores, and they know where their customer base is going to be at, and then they set up shop in these areas to supply their customers. Um, so this happened down in Florida, like they were saying, Hillsborough County, but you can pretty much find this type of stuff going on all over. You literally can. Like I said, especially here in North Carolina. So, you know, my only advice is be careful on what you're smoking, and even on the street level, you don't know the origins of where this where this product is coming from. You can't say whether it was grown in a farmhouse or whether it was grown outside, whether it was grown in a grow house. You just don't know. You can't be 100% sure. You don't know if it was sprayed with pesticides or if it was, you know, sprayed with anything illegal, um, or something that's kind of very harmful to you and your body and also your mind and your well being. So you definitely want to just kind of stay vigilant and make sure that you know exactly what you're smoking, and you know like I said, this isn't gonna stop people from smoking at all. So just be very, very careful what you're purchasing and stuff like that, and what you're indulging in. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, and I love to hear what you have to say in the comments. So make sure that you like the video, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna keep bringing up more topics like this. I'm becoming really, really, really passionate about giving my opinion on these type of things, because I do have life experiences that fully align with some of the things that I love to talk about on this channel. And I'm just gonna just keep going. And like I said, let's spark up a conversation. And once again, this is Justin Paul closing out. Peace.